welcome to Flock Talk. I am your host, Outcast Penguin. Really quickly, before we begin and get into introductions and all that, a couple things to note. We have a Discord channel now. If you're interested in that, happy day. Feel free to join through the link in the description or in the pinned comment. And then also, we are now big enough to have a channel membership. So, we're not gonna, lock anything behind it, just mentioning it in case any of you guys are like, I am well off, and this college student is not, and he deserves to be. So, we'll leave that entirely up to you. We're not gonna lock anything behind it yet, or maybe ever. But yeah, those are the two major announcements out of the way. Let's get into some introductions. You guys already know me as Outcast Penguin. Let's move on to Gringo.
Yep, I'm Gringo. For anybody that didn't watch our first Flock Talk, I was there, and I'm the editor, so.
Yep. And then we're also joined by two other members of the flock. We'll start with Mama Burb.
Hi, I'm Mama Burb, known to you all as Mama Burb.
Yeah.
Because we have a little baby Burb who hangs out with us and sleeps through Flock Talk.
Yes. Now let's hopefully, yeah. Let's head to the other side of we. That'll be Squants.
Indeed, this is Squants. Nice to meet y'all. Excited to be here with Flock Talk and to flock and talk.
Oh yes.
All the time.
So for those of you who maybe weren't there for the first Flock Talk, this is just kind of going to be a podcast style. Today we actually will discuss a theory. We didn't last time. Last time was just kind of a conversation. Today we have a theory. And it's not going to be super serious. It's not scripted. This is for fun. But today's theory will be a very interesting one, I think. Today's topic of discussion will be, are the Kokiri plants, and do they photosynthesize?
Gringo says yes.
Gringo says yeah. This is Gringo's theory,
Mama
actually.
Mama Burb says no.
Mama Burb says no.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have another debate this week, guys.
Mama Burb is not my friend anymore.
Mama Burb will always be your sister, so we have to be friends.
This is the unfortunate nature of a flock.
Indeed.
The birds of a feather must stick together.
Whether they want to flock or not.
Oh, yeah.
I know that last time we had kind of minorly discussed the topic. I didn't think that they were necessarily... that they photosynthesized either, but I don't know.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it. So we do have some evidence. It's looking like it's going to be Gringo and I against the two nest members.
The two nesters.
The two nesters. Ooh, kissy kissy. Drows, yeah.
Drows. Anyway.
So anyways, back to the Kokiri. Evidence that we have. First of all, we know, and this is fact, this is Zelda fact, the Kokiri and the Koroks are the same species.
That's what I'm saying. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C.
Yes.
So if Kokiri are Koroks and Koroks are plants, then Kokiri are plants.
Well, who's to say that Kokiri... so Kokiri are Koroks. Who's to say that Koroks have plant cells, though? Because they are living, breathing, sentient beings.
Well, is a tree not a living, breathing being?
Yeah, but it's not sentient.
I mean, it might not be sentient.
Well, but carnivorous plants can move, and they don't.
Venus flytrap.
Yes. And mind you, we're talking about a fantasy world here, right? Would you say that the myconoids from D&D are not humanoids?
Myconoids.
They might not be.
Are those the mushroom
Yeah,
people?
mushroom people.
Okay,
yeah.
mushrooms are definitely not plants.
Okay, but are they sentient?
Yes.
Okay, but are they mushrooms?
There's the baby.
There's a little burb. I don't know if you guys can pick him up on the mic, but he's cute. But back to the topic though. Back to the topic. If they are mushroom people, are they not therefore both mushroom and people?
Well, yes, but mushrooms don't photosynthesize.
No, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is if you've got plant people,
okay,
then are they not therefore plant and people?
Hold on though. Well, and I guess now that I'm thinking about it, okay.
Yes.
We might have converted.
If you think about this, the great Deku tree is in fact sentient.
Yes, and he's a tree.
And
he
his
photosynthesizes.
Offspring. It's his offspring that are the Kokiri, no?
Yes, he calls them his children.
That's fair.
That's a fair point. See, and it's the Kokiri, not even the Koroks in that time. We don't have to make the jump there.
Yeah.
But perhaps bigger evidence. The Kokiri are all wearing green.
Yes.
This is fact, right?
Mic drop. That's
mic drop.
the video.
It's a video.
They're wearing green.
No, I did but we did a
photosynthesize.
science project on this in like middle school where it's like, what color of light does green best absorb? And the answer is yellow light, which makes no sense because yellow and blue light should be getting reflected. But like apparently that's why chloroplasts specifically use a green color, is because it's good at absorbing yellow light. Why would the Kokiri be wearing green? Right? There's a few reasons why life forms might have different colors. Right? One is camouflage. That's either because they're a predator and they're trying to evade being seen by their prey, or if they're trying to hide from their predator because they themselves are prey, right? Or if you're a plant, you're trying to attract something that will spread pollen or nectar, or you're trying to like photosynthesize.
Get that yellow light.
Right? Get that yellow light in there. Now, we discussed the possibility that they are green, right? Because of the clothes they wear, but maybe it's not clothes.
Okay, here's the question.
They don't
with
sell
that then.
Kokiri tunics in the store.
Right, did they give Link their skin then?
I don't
it's
know.
not their skin, it's their leaves. Like, they have leaves.
So they shed their leaves and then they were like, here you go.
Well, no,
Well,
because
they
Link
didn't hand
is
it
a
to
filthy...
him. They made it into a tunic, and
That's
then
like-
they
yeah,
gave him the
they-
tunic.
Well, and it doesn't matter if
Loincloth
Link
him.
has, like... It doesn't matter if Link
the
has the
heck?
green clothes, because he's, one of the filthy outsiders, like, he's...
He's an outcast in that society,
Yeah.
and we all know that.
he just...
We're all outcasts here on this channel.
we are. We
are
sympathize with Link.
Outcast Kokiri.
Yep.
So there's that, right?
He's actually on the flock. He's actually here. He just doesn't talk.
Okay.
Now, yeah.
No, here's my argument, okay? Here's my argument and perhaps a shoot, my new mom brain doesn't work. What
No,
what
it's
is
all
it
good.
when
Take
you
your time.
compromise? That's the word.
Compromise.
A compromise, okay?
Okay.
Here is why I say no. The Kokiri have homes, yes?
Mm-hmm.
In those homes are tables with place settings.
Okay.
I don't remember off the top of my head if there's food in bowls on those tables, but they do have tables and they do have like little place settings on them.
Okay.
So maybe, because I feel like there are creatures out there that both can photosynthesize and consume
food.
food.
You're moving in the right
So like,
direction.
I can't
here.
remember if it's like algae or something.
They're carnivorous.
They're
plants.
carnivorous plants.
Carnivorous
They're
plants.
Like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
Flytrap.
Okay, and we actually had this discussion last night, Gringo and I. Okay, so there's that sequence where you've got the guy with the mohawk, and he's in the Lost Woods, right? And
Yeah.
you give him
yeah.
a chicken, and he's like, you need to go and get me some medicine made out of this mushroom, right? But by the time you come back, okay, we know that this theory supposedly is that you would turn into a Stalfos.
We don't have any evidence of that.
No evidence.
And also, Link is a Hylian. Like, yeah, he's lived there the whole time, but they say if a Hylian goes into the Lost Woods and they get lost, they become a Stalfos.
And he doesn't, like,
he
he gets
doesn't.
lost, and he's not a Stalfos every single time. And this one guy, we don't see his skeleton. You know what we do see? A little Kokiri girl. Okay, what if the greater, like, a Kokiri is not actually it's not actually a person. It's like the grand fisherman from Bleach. Okay, and the Kokiri is just this little part on the end of this carnivorous plant with this massive with this massive deadly Korok under the ground with its jaw opened up, ready to consume any Hylian who comes close. And when they say you turn into a Stalfos, it's not because you're becoming a
cover-up.
monster, it's because you're turning into a skeleton in the belly of this carnivorous plant.
I think that's real.
I think that's real.
Well, and then she like gets she takes the mushroom for you to cover her breath.
Yep.
She ate that guy.
And you know the thing? She only shows up once the chicken shows up. I like chicken. I'm practically carnivorous myself, and I like chicken.
I imagine
that I
she
think
likes
it did.
chicken too, and the guy was an appetizer.
He was, and
or vice versa.
The chicken was the real deal meal.
Yeah.
That was a McChicken.
It was a 16-piece combo.
It was. One piece is his arm. One piece is his foot. You know.
Oh no.
Well, no, because 8 of them are on the chicken and 8 of them are on him.
Yeah, and it's like I get that the lore says they become Astolfos, but you know who tells you that in the lore? The little girl.
It's the little girl.
You know who tells history? The survivors.
The survivors.
I also wonder if...
Freaking mic drop.
I also wonder if certain Kokiri are different types of plants. Like, Saria has green hair, and others don't. So maybe she's got pine needle, like...
Projection.
Okay.
Does she like porcupine head people? Then?
No, I mean, like, she, like...
For her food, though.
It's longer, and she can...
If she
like
hunts,
little vines and things.
Dude,
like
vines
little,
or
yeah.
pine
if she like
needles.
shot out the pine needles from her head like projectiles.
Like a Pokemon?
Yeah.
We have zero
Sorry,
evidence
I
of this,
choose
and yet I'm
you.
convinced.
Use pine needles.
Excellent. All right, well, that's our little ramble for today. Let's get everyone's thought after the discussion. First, are Kokiri plants? I'm gonna vote yes.
I vote yes.
I will vote yes on the caveat that they must be carnivorous plants.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And squants.
I think my quote unquote big brain stupid aha moment with the great Deku tree is enough to convince me that they do.
Yeah.
You have heard it here.
It's 100% unanimous, and I'm sure you viewers agree.
Well, and then here's just one little more side comment. We know from Breath of the Wild that seeds of Koroks be little turds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fertilizer.
Yeah. Fertilizer.
To grow
Yes.
their own
Well,
offspring.
because in Wind Waker,
Oh.
what do? Help them grow more trees. Probably from their little turds.
It's possible.
Do they poop out their
They
children?
probably poop out their seeds.
Bro, they literally be taking dookies all over the planet just to reproduce. How great is that?
It's better than us. We just do it for fun. I mean, you don't get reproduction out of pooping. What reason do you have?
Oh my god.
Wow.
You get the feeling, you're like, I need to do it, I guess. And then you do it.
We are in agreement.
We're in agreement. Fantastic. Well, thanks for watching this episode, you guys. We do plan on doing more crack theories on the Flock Talk episodes. I know I mentioned last time that we were going to make a Deltarune video. That is still in the works. We should hopefully have that out either next week or the week after. We do have a new editor who's got a video in the works right now, which is very happy. Shout out to the Sapphire Scribe. We don't know how soon he's going to have that one done, and we don't know how soon we're going to have the Deltarune one done. So, could be next week, could be the week after. But yeah, if you have any kinds of issues or questions, feel free to reach out to us about it. Normally we'll do a Q&A here. So make sure that you join the Discord and put your Q's in the Q&A section so that we can give you an A. And I don't know, we don't really have any questions this time.
Does anyone here have any questions?
Do you like fish?
Do I like fish? Yes, I like fish. I like eating fish if it's cooked well with like good sauces. But I don't like eating raw fish, and I know that's going to be controversial among penguins. But
I have my suspicions about this guy.
no, I just have to eat them cooked.
sus.
This guy's sus.
All right, guys. I have to sort things out with my flock, so we'll see you next time. Until then, this is Outcast Penguin
Techmeister Gringo.
Mama Burb.
And squants.
signing off.